Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be reviewing and showing you how to play Flink from Nestorgames. So before we get started, I want to draw attention to the fact that I'm wearing one of our merch shirts, the Hey Good Looking, Come to This Dungeon Often shirt. You know what? If you want to get some cool gamer gear, shirts or mugs, there's a link to our Teespring store in the description down below. And if you'd like to support the channel and you're in a position to do so, there's a link to our Patreon in the description down below. We can get access to some videos early, as well as the ability to request review and tutorials to your favorite classic games. So now, big thank you to Nestorgames for sending us this review copy of Flink. This is the new bigger version of Flink they just came out with. I'm not sure if they still have, they used to have a smaller version. I'm not sure if they still do. But I don't think the smaller version, I'll put up on the screen once I find out, but I don't think the smaller version had two boards. And one of the big things with this is
The second board.
yeah, it's got two boards. So it's got, this one is like basic, it's just like a square. And then this one has the lines at diagonal angles from the either sides, because you have to connect opposite sides of the board, white to white or blue to blue, depending on what color you're playing. I love that it comes with two boards.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
And
we'll get into that.
These are the typical mouse pad or neoprene type boards that all the Nestor games and bags line, the fun to take away games come with.
Yes.
This comes with these big like Tetris pieces. They're all identical. There's not different kinds of them. They all kind of look like this shape here. Yep. They're big three-dimensional polyominoes.
Polyominoes.
That is hard to say.
It is polyominoes.
Polyominoes. Say it 5 times fast.
Polyominoes.
Damn, you're good at that.
I didn't know I could do that.
We just found out.
And we learned together.
So, and here's the rules. And I would say the rules on this are pretty easy. And the diagrams are what really helped me.
Yes.
The diagram here, which shows the dotted line going over the various pieces to show you how to see if you've connected, as well as how to see if you have a false connection in those diagrams. That are fantastic and are very important for learning how to play. But I would say it's really mostly just one page of rules.
As we've come to expect from Nestorgames.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Not much else to show here. Now we're going to take you to the table, run you through a game to show you how to play, and then we're going to come back and talk about how this game feels, and we're going to rate it and review it. Okay, so here you can see we are ready to play a game of Flink. Now, this version of Flink comes with two boards. You have a basic board here. You have to connect opposite ends using your pieces from one end of the board to the other. You can draw the lines along any face of the pieces as long as it connects to the others. It could be along the tops of them, or it can be along the sides of them, which makes them very difficult to block. To block, you generally have to play up and over pieces like this. And this is not a full block yet because, as you can see, you can draw the line along the side here. So then another piece played here would now fully block the pieces. So you take turns, white goes first, and you're trying to connect opposite ends of the board. But we're going to be playing with the more advanced board, where the ability to connect is a little tougher because it is on a diagonal with the lines rather than horizontal. So white plays first, so I'm going to start by dropping this piece right here, immediately connecting to this side of the board.
And I'm going to do something similar. It's so much different with the angles.
It really is.
I'm gonna go like that.
Okay. And to be a jerk, I'm going to connect the opposite side of the board here.
Crazy. Well, I'm gonna try.
Now, one of the rules that's important that we didn't mention is that all the pieces have to be have something under them. So in this case, the reason we're playing only horizontally like this on their sides is because to be able to play like this has to have something under it, so you have to already have a piece on the board where you want to play to support it.
Correct.
Speaking of which, we're about to get right up in each other's business here.
Here it comes.
Yes, and this is going to get interesting. I'm
going right over the top.
I'm going to go over the top here to block your progress towards the middle, but continue my own line.
And I shall attempt to do something about it. much like... No, that won't do anything about it.
Well, it won't connect it yet,
It'll
but
be
you are
close.
laying the groundwork.
Yes. Let's see if I can squeeze that in. Oop. All right,
There we go.
Put it back.
There
So
we are.
see, we're interrupted here. This angle.
Am I still connected over? No, I'm not.
Neither of us are connected here because we just have the tips. The corners are touching. There's no flat spot. There's no direct path.
But
Which can be easily remedied.
two can play that game, and now I am connected again, but you are not.
Aha.
Are you connected on this side? I can't.
No, I am not.
No, you're not. Oh, okay, good. So you actually need a spot on either side to start connecting. Well, that was kind of a jerk move.
That's all. It's offense and defense at the same time.
It is. It was well done. It was well played. I'm going to play
Ooh. Look at that.
up top there.
Ooh, yeah.
This is becoming a tower in the middle of the board over here.
I don't think you're connected either yet, are you?
No, I'm not. I wasn't able to reconnect, but I was able to, because you're not connected over there, I was able to get an extra play out of it before connecting. So I'm laying the groundwork for a connection that is not yet connected. Gonna connect over there?
That should do that.
That is definitely connected over there. Well played. And I am gonna now reconnect and cut you off right here, because I reconnect through the pieces here. I can draw my line up
yes.
and
Look at
all
that.
the way over, and you are cut off right in that
Look
one
at
little
that.
spot.
Now that's gonna be tough to reconnect because I can't go around you.
Nope. Yeah, I was gonna say you can do it, I think, but it's not the easiest thing in the world, and I think it might take 2 moves to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think I'm gonna go here.
Oh, that'll cut me off, and that will connect your one on this side.
No. Oh, yeah, it will.
It will connect it will connect your section on this side to your blue, and it won't reconnect you to the other side, but it will cut me off if you go there. So I will not.
No, you can still go up and over the top.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. I'm
you're
looking at that. Like, no, that's not
gonna
gonna
help
do
you.
it.
Of course, I'm not trying to go this way. I'm trying to go Which actually, I think I'm only one play.
Yeah, you're really close to
Because if I
getting
can
this.
drop one over there, that's all I need to connect. So you kind of do need to cut me off, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm really trying to do, and it's gonna be very difficult because I don't have the angles.
Can you cut me off over here, though?
Well, I don't know where you're gonna play it. That's the
Well,
tough part.
here's
If
the thing.
I lay
If I
flat,
can-
you go right
if
over
I can
me.
lay flat,
You can do it.
I'll be connected.
Right.
So if you can stop me from laying flat, that might do it.
Right.
You also got to stop me from doing this, though. Well, no, I can't do this.
I don't think you're gonna be able to bridge. I mean, you could bridge it like that, but I don't think you can connect both doing that.
No, I think you're right. I think I'm going to be cut off there if you do that. I think I am cut off. It's going to take me more moves to get across. So at least might buy you a little time. Oh, this is turning into a tough game.
I'm wondering if I should see if I did that way. I think you could still do it.
Yeah, I could still put it
Yeah,
there.
so I have to block you on this angle,
Yeah, for sure.
which is kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. It is definitely kind of crazy. I'm going to play here, though. And I'm still pretty close to reconnecting, but can you stop me?
I think you might have me on this one. This is going to be tough because I don't think I can get both the front and the side and the top.
Yeah, that's when this one gets really brain burning, is trying to figure out, is there a place to play that will cut off my opponent completely? Can I do it?
Unless I stopped you somehow here.
Or is there a place
I
to?
don't think I can. Unless I can do
Oh, that might do it.
that.
Yeah, that might do it. That might stop me. Shove the block back in place. Yeah, I can't. Now I can't.
I think you can connect across here.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, maybe not because it's hard to find 3 across.
No, don't need 3 across. I only need 2.
Ah, there you go.
That does it.
That does it because you go
Right there.
all the way around the
And
side.
then I connect. That was a tough one. I had
Yeah.
you in a tough position.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's how you play a game of Flink. I have now connected going on this side over here, up over the top, down to over here, up on this side here, up over here, down over here and connect it to the white here. So there is a line that if you were to draw it with a marker, you could draw along all exposed faces uninterrupted from one side of the board to the other in white. That was a real tough one. Alex played a great game. This was a lot. Well, I'm almost getting into the review here. This is a lot of fun, but it's gonna be hard to hide it when we're raving about it during the review. But we're gonna head back and we're gonna talk about how this game plays and how it feels, and we're gonna rate it and review it. Okay, welcome back.
Yeah.
So that was how you play a game of Flink.
Flink.
We actually had to play the demo version twice because the first time it was too short. I messed up really bad on camera and Alex kicked my butt.
He was thinking about recording stuff and not game stuff.
Yeah, and it wasn't that I got my butt kicked, it was that it went too fast.
Yeah.
So we recorded a second one, which I think that was a much better representative of a normal game of Flink. Yes. But this game is great.
Great is a great word for it. It is so thoroughly unique.
I wanted to mention that this one, by the way, is designed by Nestor Andres himself, who owns Nestorgames. Yep. And he did a fantastic job on this. Now, he references some other games that I haven't played that this was inspired by.
Really? Okay.
But this game itself is fantastic.
Yeah. So it's bigger. It's a bigger, obviously, container than the other ones that we've reviewed lately.
I really love the two boards.
But the two boards is fantastic because that second board, the diagonal board,
it's so good. Like when we played the first board, I was like, okay, it's good. Right. But then we started the second board, and I'm like, oh my god, this game is amazing.
Yeah, it is definitely a game changer. Literally,
yes,
literally a game changer. It elevates the gameplay to
a whole new level.
It takes it from a game good for kids to a game that melts adults' brains.
Yeah, we played the square board a couple of times to get used to the rules, and then jumped right into the more advanced board, and we were both like, "This is the board we want to play. Yeah, this is the board that we need to be playing all the time."
Yeah.
So definitely all about that more advanced board. The gameplay is brain burning. It really makes you have to think. It does melt your mind.
Yes, it's 3D. It's constructive in a literal sense.
Yes,
it is. Got the changing directions of following the path.
It makes it
way harder than it looks like.
It makes it like a 3-dimensional tile laying abstract strategy game, total brain burner.
Right.
This I think
it is like no game. Like you said, he referenced a couple games that I don't know of, but I can't think of a game that's quite like this.
So this game, the specific rules and having to wrap your mind around the rules and play by those rules and then win by those rules is so brain burning in a wonderfully good way. Mm-hmm. I think this might be my favorite game I've played from Nestorgames so far.
I think that's probably true for me. Yeah,
This is a possible contender for my favorite abstract strategy game.
It's
so good,
so unique. It's so interesting. It's so much fun.
It's so puzzly.
You're constructing a 3-dimensional world with a path through it.
Well, and the way the paths go up the sides, down around the top, over the other side, is so bizarre, and you have to really break your mind to think in those 3-dimensional ways because any exposed side, you can draw the path along.
I wish my brain worked in a way that would allow me to design something like this because it simply doesn't, but it allows me to appreciate something like this. So I think
it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
That must be good enough, or it's going to have to be good enough because there's no way I could ever conceive of something like this. But it's.
I think you're giving the designer a very big compliment.
My compliments to the designer. Yeah, I mean, deserves it. This is an incredible. It's so simple and so intensely satisfying.
We've played this one about a dozen times now. Yeah. And I would say the first time we played it no less than 6 times in a row.
Correct.
We've sat down to 2 different occasions to play a bunch of it, and we do play a bunch of it. It's one of those games you play it and you play it and you play it and you're like, no, one more, right. And you play it and you play. Okay, so before we get too carried away, any negatives? Well, I also want to talk about the production. The production is great. The plastic bits look like they've been 3D printed, but they're those clacktastic plastic pieces. Yeah. I think they're hollow. They're not solid.
So they're hollow, so they're light. That's which is nice.
But they feel solid. They feel firm.
They're not flimsy at all.
They are hollow, but they feel well made.
Yes.
So they don't feel garbage. I think they're done on a 3D printer, but they're really nice. They do they do their job well. The boards look great.
Right.
The fact that you have 2 different boards to play with in this version of Flink is fantastic.
Yes.
I absolutely love that. My only minor negative, again, is I really wish Nestor would put the name of the game on the box rather than just a symbol. He does a symbol here of the shape of the piece.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have no negatives about the gameplay.
Absolutely not.
It's phenomenal.
No.
I love this game.
I agree.
Love this game.
I agree. This is a fantastic game.
Which one of us do you think is going to be higher on the rating? Who should go first? We haven't discussed our rating, but we've both been gushing over this. Before the camera was on, we were gushing over this game. Like, we were talking about it, and we were both saying, like, this is a contender for best abstract strategy game. This is up there. I've got, like, a handful of contenders where I go back and forth on them. I'm like, which one is my favorite abstract strategy game? And this is a new one to add to the list.
Absolutely.
Because it is so enjoyable, so mind-melting, so strategic and tactical and so amazing at like planning ahead and figuring out, okay, if I put this here and if you put that there, then I need to put this here, and the way you plan the paths,
it's just so unique. There's nothing else like this, I don't think.
Well, apparently there is. We just haven't played.
Well, I've had experience with, for sure. This is it very unique to me.
I think we're both gonna be really high, but let me ask you: do you want to go first or second on the rating?
I'll go first because I know exactly what I'm giving it.
Okay, so do I.
Yeah,
but do you have anything else you want to talk to about with Flink, about the production, about the game mechanics, about the path building, about the components?
Start with the basic board just to get familiar with laying pieces because there is a little bit of art just because you can't have them unsupported and it gets a little like tricky.
But then graduate onto that diagonal.
Then
board.
Once you go to the diagonal one, you're not going to go backwards probably. So.
No, I don't think I'd ever play the basic board again. Now that we've gone on to the diagonal board, I love the diagonal board.
So that's the only thing is that the basic board is there for I think younger people and training yourself. But once you're comfortable with the mechanics of it, you don't really need it anymore. I don't think. I don't know if that's a criticism. That's just an observation.
And also,
I like that it has both.
I briefly touched on it, but the puzzly nature of this is absolutely brilliant. It's one of those games that feels like a brain teaser or a puzzle that you are playing a multiplayer puzzle where you are like, no, my piece goes there. No, my piece goes there.
Yes.
And that's great.
And it'd be very difficult to replicate a game.
And you know what? So he had based this on a game that had different shaped polyominoes, but actually having only the single shape, it's amazing because it helps you to anticipate how your opponent could use their piece on their turn. Yes. There's only one piece. You don't know if they're out. You know, it's not like where there's multiple pieces and they might be out of one and not out of another. No, there's one piece. There's one shape. And you know, they could put it here or they could put it there. So you got to prepare for that.
But still, there's the
crazy
number
choices.
Of dimensions are... Once you start going vertically,
I love it when it gets built up.
I can't think that many shapes.
It's amazing
angles and it's great. It's fantastic. All right, I'm gonna rate it. It's a 9.5.
Whoa!
It is like one of the best games.
That is a near perfect score.
It is, and I think I'm telling you, this is up there with Shobu, like we just played. Which I
think you rated it higher than you originally rated Shobu. I don't know if Shobu's gone up for you at all, but
it's hard. Man.
It's hard.
9.5. This Shobu is great play. This is more creative.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, this gets points for creativity, unique gameplay. That's totally different. It's a totally different kind of game. It's like playing Tetris and Jenga and a puzzle and the strategy game all at the same time.
So 9.5.
9.5. This is a fantastic game. This is one of the best games I think I've ever played. This top 10 game.
Almost there with you. I'm half a point behind you. I'm at 9 stars out of 10, which is still a contender for my number one abstract strategy game of all time because my highest rated abstracts are all 9s. But I do believe this just broke through to being your number one, unless some of yours have gone up over time. I think this might be
I think it might. Like honestly, there's no reason it shouldn't be number one because, like I said, it gets at least a.
The light went out. That's why the light just changed.
I think that means it's time to wrap this up.
Keep going.
But I think it gets that extra half point for just pure creativity and fun
and enjoyment.
It earns every bit of those 9.5 stars in my point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I thoroughly agree with you. Except I am half a star behind you, but otherwise, this is an incredibly high-rated game for us. So we're talking about out of 10 possible stars between two people, 20 possible stars. we're talking about 18.5 stars between the two of us. Yeah. Which is 2 thumbs way frickin' up. That is amazingly high.
Get money. This is Ivy League numbers.
Yeah, this is crazy well reviewed by us. Right. We absolutely adore this game.
Well done.
I'm gonna be playing this game tons in the future, and like I said, I can't just play one game of this game.
No,
I can't just play 2 games of this game. No. We usually sit down and play 5 to 6 games of this game in a row, and we just keep going. Like, just one more game. Just one. No, I want one more chance. One more chance. And we've both won.
Yeah, and they've been completely different. Different starting positions, different...
But you can place them anywhere.
Some of them have stayed very low. One of our games got...
We had one where it was like a towering inferno.
10 inches off the top of the table. Like,
yeah.
It's
great.
It's infinitely variable. It's fairly quick to play. The rules are simple. The tabletop it takes up is small. Like,
great game to bring with you to the pub or coffee house for sure.
The pluses just keep going.
Okay, so
there you have it. That's my
2 thumbs way up.
I don't need to talk anymore about it. I think everybody understands where I'm at.
Yes, we're raving. This is 2.5, right. 2 thumbs up, 18.5 stars between the two of us. Absolutely phenomenal game. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, either on the game of Flink or on this review and tutorial video, be sure to put them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review and tutorial and you'd like to see us do more like it, be sure to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And until next time, game on.